Welcome back to Let's Cook! Today I'll be making my father's favorite Indian bread, Peshwari Roti, and eat it on my own. On the internet. Happy belated Father's Day! This recipe comes from this book, checking the name, Made in India, which I think I got for my birthday. Time is an illusion, and so are pants. So, what we need are 2 cups and 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of oil plus more for the pan later, and 3/4 of a cup of warm water. The filling for these roti uses 1/4 of a cup of melted butter, also 1/4 of a cup of desiccated coconut, and also 1/4 of a cup of ground almonds. That's unexpected. In addition to 2 tablespoons of raisins and 2 teaspoons of sugar. And one thing this recipe is adamant about is that it takes less time to make this than to order takeout. So, we'll see about that. Start the timer.
Ready? Go!
Now. I don't know if it's going to be over there or over there. So I need to add half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. And 2 tablespoons of canola oil, which we're going to mix in with our hands until it becomes pebbly. Almost there. Almost there. Okay, ugh. I don't like the feeling of oil on my hands. I don't know. Does that look like breadcrumbs to you? Which we're going to make a well, like you're making pasta or many other styles of dough. And of our 3/4 of a cup of warm water, we're going to start with just 2/3 of a cup. Yeah, I'm gonna add. Yeah, this is thirsty. This is thirsty flour. Cheese flour. Get a hold of yourself. I am impaciente. And we're on a time limit. Yeah, that actually seems pretty soft and springy. Yeah, it's probably slightly too sticky, but we'll figure that out when we're rolling it. And we can set this aside to make the filling. Butter. Just melted 4 tablespoons of coconut, which is 1/4 of a cup, which if I had that would be nice, but I don't. That is peculiar to me. 4. Luckily, only 2 tablespoons of the candy of the forest, nature's candy, desiccated old grapes. I don't know, does fumbling with opening the package count towards this time limit? Yeah, I have everything out. Why am I looking over there? Ground almonds, which is 4 tablespoons. And lastly, 2 tablespoons of sugar, which I'm actually using to prop the book open over here, in case you're curious. 1. Oh, that's supposed to be 2 teaspoons. Okay, so we're 1 teaspoon over. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. I don't know how I feel about this filling, to be honest. It just seems lame.
Not lame!
Next step is to make sure that your table's not gross. Looking for 6 even pieces. Which I guess I'll do in half. And divide this into 3. This is not the best tool for dividing dough. Actually use proper equipment. Roll it into a ball. I don't know why I'm doing the bread thing of tucking it under itself. A bit too wet for that anyway. Ball, 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 balls of bud. And I believe it's supposed to be 8 inches, although it looks like mine's a little tough in comparison. It's tough enough, it's got the stuff to save the dirt. Oh well, we're gonna say that's good enough. I know this isn't the prettiest, but you can't see from that angle, so it's okay. So, just a tablespoon of filling? The picture has so much more filling in it. Ooh, oh wow, the filling's already sitting up on me. Make sure no air is trapped inside. And it's like just one big pierogi. Everything's hands today. We're all hands. We're not going to count the time I used to move the camera against the recipe. It's also really hard to do this with the camera in the way. Much like many things in life. Trying to sleep, hard to do if there's a camera in the way. Petting a cat, hard to do if there's a camera in the way. I don't know, if you pat it, it gives it reassurance, and that way things work better. This is Bread Facts with Mike. And another tablespoon of filling. Trying to cover most of this half. I'm not so sure about the filling amount. I feel like a tablespoon's close to what I put in just a pierogi. So that nothing explodes. Pretty sure I got all the air out. Ta-da! Alright, and it should cook 30 seconds to a minute on each side. I'm gonna start with the little baby, because we don't care about that one. Set the timer for a minute. And I'll be back. I'll be back. By the way, if you're trying this at home, do not take that minute to go and fix your hair for the camera. Only I'm allowed to do that. I'm a trained professional idiot. I also need a spatula, which I believe should be in here. Yep. Found it. I don't know, it doesn't seem cooked enough. I have a fear that I let it cool off too much when I saw it smoking. Let's check the bottom. Yeah, that needs more time. We're looking for blistered, brown, and beautiful, unlike me. Something I'm imagining more of like a tortilla blister than a... That looks good to me. Maybe still a little squeegee in one spot. Is this what it's supposed to look like? Future Mike, put up a picture of a roti. Oh, yeah, that looks more what I expected, but also the pan's getting too hot again. Yeah, I hear ya, I hear ya.
Cooking them one at a time means that I can skip ahead roughly 12 minutes.
Yeah, the final act!
And with that last one out of the pan, let's see how we did on time.
A new record!
So I'd say the time is pretty good, but most importantly, how are they? Hot. They is a hot. Too hot. Pretty nice. These aren't quite like the ones I remember having at an Indian restaurant back home. I think filling wasn't quite as chunky. Also, it might have been naan rather than roti. That's my bad. And I wonder if it's just my, uncultured American sweet tooth, but I want more filling. And Future Mike did that for me. Right past me. Full double filling was kind of too much. It ended up spilling and burning in the pan. But 75% more filling was good. I've also tried making them whole wheat and sourdough, but the whole wheat didn't really hydrate very nicely, and the sourdough dough was pretty tough to work with. It was a bit too glutinous. Still, generally tasty though. I ate them all. Back to you, me. Also, why am I a cat? Thank you? So, as is tradition, I have to give this roti a score. And that score shall be the number of roti that I made this episode, plus 1.5 bonus points for taking quicker than takeout to make. Thank you very much for watching this episode. As I always give the option, if you have any cool ideas, or maybe favorite Indian bread, let me know in the comments. Okay, bye. I also tried making them both white and sourdough.